and welcome to Red Lipstick. So it has been a hot minute since I have filmed because I am terrible at sticking to a schedule. And I've had a lot going on, so I'm going to be sharing that stuff with you in this Get Ready With Me video. Super casual, please excuse the mess. I live here. So yeah, there's been too much going on for me to tidy up. I suppose I could have before I started this video, but I'm being pretty lazy today. So my intention actually is to clean this room after I film some videos here, so it's not gonna be a mess forever. Not like you guys care, you guys understand. But yeah, Schnookums is here to film the video with me today. Say hi, Schnookums. This is Schnookums. In case you guys noticed and you didn't know, Schnookums did lose her eye about 6 months ago or so. It's very common in pugs with their really shallow orbital bone that they tend to lose their eyes if they hit something or bump into something, and she must have done that because one day I just kind of was working and I noticed that her eyeball was popped out of the socket. So we took her to the emergency vet, and unfortunately they couldn't save it, so she now is Schnookums the one-eyed pug. And she just is going to take a nap now. So let's get into it. I'm just going to do a very casual get ready with me. I'm going to use some products that I've been loving. I'm also going to use my Boxycharm box because usually I film a separate video with my Boxycharm, but I'm not super thrilled about this box this month, so I'm just going to use it in this get it ready with me rather than make an entire video for it. So yeah, let's get into it. So first thing, I've actually really been loving this No Problem Prime Essence from Touch and Soul. I got this from my Luxe Boxycharm box. It's not the same as the regular Boxycharm box. It's like a luxury one where you get a bunch of full-size products. I'm not really sure. I'm pretty sure it's just called Boxycharm Luxe. But if you go on their website and you're interested in that, it's really awesome. I am loving every single product I got from that box. Next up, I've really been enjoying the Neutrogena, or not Neutrogena, Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. This is for all skin types. It's supposed to be brightening and SPF 20. I actually really like this. I think it's really got great coverage. It looks very natural on the skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot this all over and use this. Should probably get a mirror, huh? So you guys probably noticed I have a little breakout on my face. My skin has been doing okay, but I actually have been using in the past the stuff from Tati, the Halo Beauty Kiwi Seed Booster, and that actually totally cleared up my acne and was really great. But I switched to the hair, skin, and nails, and now my skin is kind of breaking out again. So once I finish up the hair, skin, and nails, I'm going back to the Kiwi Seed Booster because that made my skin absolutely beautiful. I 100% recommend it. I've done a video on it if you want to check that out, but I 100% recommend Kiwi Seed Booster if you're looking for something to fix your skin problems. If you have acne, if you have issues with any dullness, if you have under eye circles or bags, it really did amazing things for my under eye bags. Made them look so much less purple. It just did wonderful things for my skin, so I'm definitely going back to that. Alright, so where have I been? There's been so much going on in my life that I have not been filming. First of all, as you guys probably already know, I have 3 jobs. I have a full-time job and 2 part-time jobs, so that keeps me pretty busy. I'm also getting my real estate license, so I'm taking that class, and I've been working on that. If you didn't see my last video that I posted recently, I opened my own online boutique store, so I would so love you guys to check that out if you guys are interested in any clothing. I have clothing, jewelry, and I do sell sizes from small to 3XL, or not 3XL, 3X, duh. And yeah, I sell clothes and jewelry. And it just launched, so I would really love it if you guys check that out. I will leave all the links in the description bar down below and up on the screen here. For concealer, I'm going to pop on my NARS concealer. This one is in the shade Vanilla. It matches my skin tone a little bit better than Chantilly. Chantilly is really great for brightening, but Vanilla is a little bit more close to my skin tone. So let's talk about my health next, because even though all that stuff that I just mentioned, like the work and all that stuff, might seem like a lot, it's really not what's causing me to not upload videos. it is actually my health that's causing me a lot of issues. You guys, if you watch my videos, you know I have narcolepsy, and that's a struggle all the time. But my main struggle actually in the past couple months has been depression. It's been really bad. I had about a 2-week bout there of depression that was so bad. I don't even know how I was functioning. Honestly, the only thing that kept me functioning was my son. I was not taking care of myself at all. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but you know, people who suffer with depression deal with this sometimes, but I wasn't bathing myself. I was so like, just so depressed. I could barely pry myself out of bed. The only thing getting me up every day was my son. I knew he had to be taken care of, and so I was just neglecting myself. And it was a really bad like 2-week bout there. And just so you guys do know, I do have depression medication. I also have anxiety, so I have anxiety medication. I do see a psychiatrist. I used to see a therapist as well, but I didn't really feel like it was helping me, so I haven't seen the therapist for quite a while. I just didn't feel like she got me, so I should really look into another therapist. But overall, the medications do help for the most part. Part of the reason that I went through this like depression phase was I switched medications. So I had this really cool genetic test done that shows you what medications don't work for you genetically. So when my genetic test came back, it actually turned out that some of the medications I was on don't interact with me well. So I had a switch in my depression medication. My anxiety medication was fine, that stayed the same. So when I switched depression medication, it usually takes like a while to kick in, sometimes up to a month. So I was going through that phase where it was not kicking in and I was depressed. So I am feeling a lot better now. As you guys can tell, if I'm filming videos, I'm doing good. Yeah, so it was just such a struggle. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to depression and things like that. Next, I'm gonna pop on my Too Faced cocoa powder. Other than that, my son is doing awesome. He just turned 2 years old. He has been in the terrible twos phase for a while now, about 1.5 years that started. So he is having tantrums and stuff. So that's fun. He actually had a tantrum today just because one of his balls didn't fit on the windowsill. So that was interesting to deal with. The tantrums are always fun. It's always for the weirdest reasons. But I'm very careful about understanding that he doesn't know how to deal with his emotions yet, and sometimes he needs something and is not sure how to communicate that yet. So I try to be very understanding of his tantrums. I don't get upset with him or anything like that. They're just kind of funny to me, to be quite honest. But I feel bad for him because it's like he's trying to communicate something and he can't. So it's a fun little phase. I definitely really miss around 6 months old. That was my favorite age because they couldn't move yet. And he's just so active that it's so tiring for me, having narcolepsy and all these health issues. It is exhausting to have a toddler, but I love it. I wouldn't take it back for anything. I absolutely love him. He's wonderful. He's actually, other than his tantrums, he's a really well-behaved child. We've totally lucked out with him. He sleeps extremely well. He's a decent eater. He's just a good boy. He's such a sweetheart. And I know they say that like that happens with your first child and that's what tricks you into having another one. We're not sure if we're gonna have another one. Not because we don't want one, but because it was so difficult to have our first one. We're not sure if we'll be able to have another one. So next I'm going to use my Tartus palette. This is another product that I got from that Boxycharm Luxe box, and I am in love with this. This is so good. I definitely recommend this. If you don't want to splurge on this big palette, there's one that has just like one little row for like, I think like $15 or something. It's smaller and it just comes with one row. I really recommend it because the bronzer in here is gorgeous. The two highlight shades are absolutely beautiful and the blushes are so pigmented and gorgeous. So I just wanted to kind of touch on the realtor course that I'm taking. or realtor. I always say that wrong. Oh my god, I look so dumb. Realtor course. If any of you have ever taken a realtor course or are realtors, definitely let me know how the course went for you, because I'm really struggling. I'm only at chapter 1, and I've had months to take this course, and it ends in September for me, so I need to get it completed by September. Please let me know how it went for you, because I'm really struggling to get through it. I am so bored. It's just, there's so much terminology and it's just not interesting that I just can't get through the first chapter. I've heard from a lot of people that the first chapter is the most intensive. It has the most terminology and things like that, and it does get better. So I'm really hoping it does. It's just, I've got to sit down and get through it. So I'm wondering if any of you have experience with this, how you got through it, and what your experience in general with the course was. Did it prepare you well enough for the exam? That I'm a little bit worried about. Next, I'm gonna just do my brows real quick. This is my AOA Studio Sculpting Brow Pencil. This is like a dupe for one of the Anastasia brow pencils. It's okay. I don't love it because it's a little bit thicker than I like for a pencil. I do like a thin pencil, and it's pretty waxy. It's got a nice texture, but it's just not my favorite. So I'm gonna pop these on real quick and I'll be right back. All right, so let's get into this Boxycharm box here. So it did come with 3 eye products. So we've got a gel liner, which is actually for eyes and lips. Sorry, the dog is barking. Schnookums! So it did come with a gel eyeliner, which is actually for eyes or lips. It came with some eye brushes and this little Butter London palette. So let's start out here, see what kind of brushes we've got. Oh, I thought these were eye brushes. So it looks like this I could use for blending. It's a large eye blending brush, but this one here is like a foundation brush, which I'll never use. I don't use these kind of paddle brushes. But I can use this to put down my transition shade, which there doesn't really seem to be in this palette. This is what the palette looks like. You know what, I'm just gonna go in really lightly with this one here and see what happens. Okay, so far so good. The brush is gorgeous. The eyeshadows started out a little bit patchy, but they do blend well, so I was able to kind of correct that patchiness. So far so good with that one shade. I'm gonna use my own brushes for the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and go on the eyelid. I was a little upset because this shade, like, can you see that? I've never touched this palette. This looks like it's been swatched, so that's kind of gross. I'm gonna go into the shade Diva and put this all over the lid. So that's a really gorgeous shade, as you can see, but there is a little bit of fallout, which isn't terrible, and I don't really mind fallout. So now I'm gonna go back into the dark brown shade and really just build up the intensity on the outside corner. And a little bit in the crease. These eyeshadows are really nicely blendable, I will give them that. Just overall, I'm not super excited about the palette in general. Just the color choices and stuff aren't my thing exactly. It's a little bit more of a warm tone palette, and I am a cool tone girl. But there's nothing wrong with it. Like, it seems really pigmented and really nice and blendable, so it's good. Now I'm just gonna take the green shade underneath my lower lash line. Okay, so now I'm going to check out this liner pencil in the waterline, see how this works. Okay, that actually worked way better than I anticipated. I think because it's gel, so it just kind of slid on really nicely. Hopefully you guys can see it, but it's like a taupey color. It went on really nice, a lot better than a lot of the pencils that I've gotten in the past from Boxycharm. I like this. This is good. All right, lastly, I'm going to take the shade Enchantress and put it on the inner corner. Okay, last but not least is this gloss, and this came in the Boxycharm box. Another product I'm not super thrilled about. I do not enjoy lip gloss, and especially pink lip gloss. We'll see how this looks with this eye look. I don't know. Okay, so I think this would be nice if you're into like glitter lip gloss, or it would be a really pretty like lipstick topper if you're into that. I'm just not a huge fan, so it isn't sticky though, which is really nice. I hate sticky lip gloss. So I can't complain about the texture of this. This is actually a really good texture for a lip gloss. But yeah, that was the Boxycharm box. We actually also got a clay face mask, which I can't really try out on camera. I could, but yeah, I'm not really into face masks either, so I just wasn't super thrilled about this month's Boxycharm. I mean, the palette is good, it's just not my thing. The brushes I'm a little disappointed in. I thought they would be different, like, eye brushes. That foundation brush I'm never going to use. The blending brush is nice, but it is a little bit big. I do like the gel eyeliner, I will say that. So yeah, it's kind of a bust this month. But that happens every once in a while. You don't always get exactly what you want. But last month's box was great, and the Boxycharm Luxe box was fantastic, so I can't complain too much. So yeah, that is everything that's going on with me. That is my makeup complete. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and check out my boutique site if you haven't. That would be so nice of you guys, and have a great day. Hey guys, and welcome to Red Lipstick. So today I'm going to be going through my everyday makeup bin. This is makeup that I pull every month from my collection and put it in a bin and force myself to use only the stuff in my bin rather than rifling through my giant makeup collection. This gets me more organized and allows me to use different makeup each month so that I'm rotating through my collection rather than just like pulling the same products all the time that I'm comfortable with. So yeah, I'm just going to go through all the products that I pulled for the month. I do pull a lot of products, so I do have some variety to work with when I'm doing my makeup. So yeah, let's get into it. First up, I have two liquid eyeshadows that I pulled. This first one over here is from BH Cosmetics, I believe. It's their Glow eyeshadow in like this really pretty coppery shade. I'm really excited to use this. I have not used this before. This one is from Makeup Revolution, or no, this one is from BH Cosmetics. So this one must be from AOA Studio or Shop Miss A. So this one is the BH Cosmetics one, and it's a silver, and I have used this one quite a lot, and I absolutely love it. I definitely recommend these. They are so good and so affordable. I also, from AOA Studio or Shop Miss A website, have their eyeshadow primer that I have not really tried yet. I think I've maybe used it once, so I really want to give this more of a go. I did pull a lip gloss, which is shocking for me. This is the one from the Boxycharm video that is on my lips right now. I actually surprisingly kind of like it. I usually hate lip gloss, but for some reason this looks really nice, even though it has a bunch of glitter in it. It's a nice consistency, it's not sticky, and I think it's really pretty. It's got a pretty finish, so I pulled this. For palettes this month, I pulled two. The first one is the Norvina palette. I just want to get some more use out of this one. It's a really beautiful palette. You can do some really fun, colorful looks or some neutral looks. And then I also pulled the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette. I haven't really played with this much, even though I got it over a month ago. The only thing that I don't love about this palette is that it's really hard to do super neutral looks with it. It really is like all blue. So I definitely have to be in a blue kind of mood to want to use it. I pretty much pull this every month. This is my Smashbox color correcting stick in the shade purple. It's supposed to combat dullness. I also pulled my Sephora I Love Cushion Bronzer. This is a really great product. It's on the Sephora website on the sale section. It's really, really good. I pulled my Kat Von D Under Eye Setting Powder because I do really, really like this product. I pulled the Master Chrome Highlight by Face Studio. This is one of their metallic highlights.